My name is Ice Spice. This is Krayashawn. Welcome back. Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, I guess we're starting. I didn't know we were starting. Hi. Oh boy. I'm so happy to be playing this game. I definitely did not just lose my mind while trying to play fucking... oh, hey, Tulin. While trying to play... What's its name?
Yeah.
Persona. While we were playing that Persona game, Vince, I asked you a question of... Why did it get so dark? Wow.
Amaranth?
Amaranth.
Dude, I love her farts. I mean... I love her car.
I love her car. I'm normal and can be trusted around women.
False.
Where are we? So we've been to Kakariko.
Craving a cookie.
We could get some cookies.
I'm craving like a chocolate bit bookie.
Bobble bit bookie?
A bobble bit bookie, yeah.
Let me understand this order, right? You want a Big Mac, a large Boke, free Boplet bit bookies,
and a 10-piece bacon
nuggets?
On blood, that's what I want.
Wow, what's that? Alright, so we do have to progress the story somewhat. Kind of, probably, right?
Nah.
Let's go over here. But yeah, I asked Vince a question of what is the worst video game he's ever played. And that kind of got my ball rolling of, what do you think are video games that are essential to be played by someone? Like, somebody's like, hey, I want to get into video games. What are the games they absolutely have to play at least once before, like, diving into whatever they're going to dive into eventually? Whatever, like, their main interest is.
If you're going to play, like, a platformer, you got to play...
I was gonna say Mario 64.
Nah.
But it's like, that game is like aged like milk. Good milk nonetheless, but milk.
Nah, you gotta play the fucking...
Crash
that
Bandicoot.
Mario game that was on the 3DS.
Mario 3D Land or?
Yeah, that shit was hype.
Or the new Super Mario Brothers 2.
Mario 3D Land.
Both are good.
That one was hype. Or Celeste.
Ooh.
If you're gonna play like an action adventure, play like The Last of Us. Or
wait, you would recommend if you're recommending action adventure? Well, okay, what would you? Because I think you have to play a Zelda game, but what would you categorize these games as?
Zelda?
Yeah, because it's like depending on who you ask, there's sometimes RPGs, sometimes they're action, sometimes they're adventure. We don't have like a set definition for what they really are.
An action adventure game?
Yeah. I would say you'd have to play a Zelda game over The Last of Us.
I'm not telling anybody to play a Zelda game.
I am.
They're gonna think you're like a virgin.
I am.
And like Zelda games aren't fun to the average person.
What is this take?
It's true.
That's one of the worst takes I've ever heard.
Have you ever tried to get somebody to play Link to the Past?
Okay, but you're recommending them Link to the Past.
Okay, what's a good Zelda game to recommend somebody?
Breath of the Wild.
Nah, I've met some people who just don't like Breath of the Wild.
Well, that's fine, but it's like...
Well, you can't recommend fucking Majora's Mask to somebody. They will literally commit suicide trying to play that.
Well, I would never recommend Majora's Mask to anybody.
Try to make somebody fucking play Ocarina of Time, and they're gonna fucking want to shoot themselves.
Wait, the 3DS version, though?
Yeah.
No, the 3DS version's great.
Those games are just, like... See, I like Zelda games, but they're in the category of, like, Persona games where they just put you in that shit, and you don't know what you're doing. For majority of the game, you have no clue what you're doing, and if you're not someone who's just already into these games, you're not gonna have fun.
I mean...
Because you don't know what is going on.
I mean, to be fair, but you have to consider this, that, like, at one point, you were a person who knew nothing about these games, and you got into it.
False. I'm the type of person who learns everything before a game, before I play it.
With every game you've ever played?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm not that person at all.
I don't like surprises. Before watching a movie, I learned everything about the movie before watching it.
No, but you're spoiling so much like emotional depth with that shit, Vince.
Before watching anime, I've told you this before, I learned everything about the anime before watching it.
No, you're breaking my heart.
It's very rare for me to like go into like an anime without knowing anything about it.
No, I love going into shit without having like I would absolutely be the person who would know nothing about Chainsaw Man other than just like, other than just like what happened in the anime thus far, if it wasn't for the fact that like, as we mentioned before, the anime community is notoriously the worst community when it comes to spoilers.
Yeah, and I actively participate in looking at spoilers.
Dog. How do you enjoy things?
See, my original major was in film, and in film, they force you to do this. They force you to learn everything before you consume it, and then they force you to pause, rewind, break everything down, like learn everything about it before like you can even finish it.
Do you not believe that that's like a terrible way to experience media, though?
No, I think it's great.
I mean, yeah, if it works for you, but I'm saying like, I think for the most part, most people do not operate on like the expectation or the type of time where they're okay with learning everything, because it's like, if it's like me right now with Pluto, like a very big twist just happened with in the anime for me. Like obviously I know the thing came out, but like I've been watching it just like in my own little way, and I texted Abe at like 3 a.m. when I was watching it, and I was like, this happened to this character? And he was like, yeah. Like I love being like surprised about shit. Like there's no part of me that ever wants to just like experience media in a way where like I will already know like the twists and turns that is coming up. Like,
well, I don't look up like, you know, the ending, or like I don't look up like character deaths or anything like that, but I learn everything else about the show and movie before consuming it. I look up the plot, I look up the whole synopsis, I look up the characters.
Do you make sure to look up like spoilerless synopsis, or just like a straight synopsis of it?
A straight synopsis of it.
Oh, damn.
Like I learned the general story, the world. I think the last time I did that was for
Girls Last Tour.
No, that one I'm like don't know anything about.
You don't need to be fair.
What's it called?
It's not a really thinky show.
Stop talking! I keep on forgetting what I'm about to say.
I'm sorry, Vince.
High School of the Elite. For High School of the Elite, I remember I looked up like basically everything about it before watching it.
That's a very good show.
It is, but the thing is, like, I don't want to consume trash.
Are you afraid of that?
Of like watching something and it be dog? Yeah. I don't want to waste time.
Why is that?
Because why am I going to waste time watching something dog and then being like, wow, that was like 3 days out of my life I'll never get back, or something that had no emotional impact on me?
I don't know. I think there is a certain value in like
watching dog.
Not just dog, but like. All right, let me ponder you a question real quick. Do you ever watch a show and then feel like absolutely nothing at the end of it? Like you watched it all and then you just sit down and you were like, yeah, that was something. Yeah, that I just consumed that and that's all.
No, because I make sure I don't watch anything like that.
Wow.
I actively like. See, you said this in the last like video recording, but you had mentioned that like you just watch Dog and you just watch any anime that releases during the season. I don't do that. I could never do that. I have to look up the general story. I have to watch little clips of the show before I like decide, okay, I'll watch this. This has good writing.
Right.
I don't ever watch anything that's dog.
How do you go into anime originals then?
Like I just said, just watch clips. read about it before, you know, like doing anything. Go into my anime list, see what the reviews are.
Wow.
Especially use Reddit a lot. Use Reddit and see what the general discussion about the said show is. And then that's how I decide if I want to watch it.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not like that at all.
I can't just hop into something without knowing about it. Like, because if it's dog, then like, I wasted time that I could have been watching a good show instead.
Huh. I've never thought of it that way.
I forgot who I heard this take from, but they're like at a certain point, and you are this archetype of like, when you're in the anime community, you get so much anime releasing every single season, you know? And you feel the need to chase after the feeling of a great anime. You watch a really good one, and you're chasing that feeling of like, I want to watch the next best thing. So you consume everything. So you're just constantly looking for this great next thing. And it kind of like puts you in this state of just perpetually watching dog and like just not having a fun time when you could be consuming something that you know that you will like and actually have fun, because that is what anime is. You should be having fun while watching it.
Jesus.
I don't want to watch something and not be having fun.
That's strange, because I'm very much the kind of person that if there is a certain kind of like enjoyment I get out of like hating on something, like for example, you know Tokyo Revengers, right? I hate that show with every fiber of my being, and I love like watching every episode every week to find in what new way the plot is going to lose itself. That is one of the worst written shows I've ever seen. It is genuinely fucking terribly written. It is baffling how bad it's written.
Need violin.
Damn it. I played instruments in that one game that one time.
So I can't do that. Like, why am I gonna just watch something that like I'm not gonna like? There's no point to that.
I mean, yeah, like on the flip side of it, it's like, why am I going to always just perpetually try to find something that's going to like give me 100% enjoyment? I feel like I can't process media in like, whoa. Whoa.
Just go fuck him up. He's heading right towards you.
Let me strategize this bitch real quick.
Oh, there's no time.
Well, get busy swimming or get busy dying, right? Well, I try to do the like Spider-Man dodge right now. I'm not even kidding. I press where the circle button would have been in Spider-Man.
You're funny. Oh.
Nope. What it? What was it saying?
Something about consuming media.
Yeah, like I feel like on the flip side of that though, you can't experience the highs of good media if you don't know what terrible media is.
False. That's so false.
Oh Jesus.
So you think you need to see the lowest point for you to enjoy something that's good?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that like there is valid reasons in watching something you don't particularly think is good. Like guilty pleasure shows, for example, right? Like you can recognize a show is terrible, but you like it for some reason. Even though like under any other normal critical standpoint of it, it's fucking dog.
Well, like everyone has that. I'm just talking about absolute dog. Like fucking, what's like a good example? I don't know because I don't watch dog.
I mean, there's like oh Jesus, I fucked up. I mean, when I really think about it, there's very, very few shows where I'm like, I truly hated and despised them. For me, like, I don't know, maybe this is like my monkey brain at work, but once I'm done watching a show that I hated, like, I'm done. It's over with. Like, I don't think about it anymore. It's just like, it's gone from my conscious. Until it's like Tokyo Revengers where like another season comes out. And then like, I kind of want to watch it because it's like, oh God. Yeah, fuck him up, Tulin. Fuck him up. Cool.
Nice.
Oh, damn it. What should I drop? Nice. Nice.
Cool attachment.
Let me see what I got to get rid of. Alright, let's get rid of this shit. Poggers. I don't know. I think that there is a valid reason to watch anything. It's
like,
just...
Like, I like, you know, trashy romance. You know? But it's not that, like, it's just bad. It's just, it's so cookie cutter. Like, you know, like... most, like, standard romance anime are just, like, all the same, you know?
Oh, for sure.
But that's not dog, though.
Well, yeah, like, what do you think is a show... It doesn't have to be anime, just in general, that you think, like, is absolutely terrible and you see no reason why anybody would watch?
Everyone Loves Raymond. Why would I ever go and watch that?
I have to agree with you on that. I don't think that show's good.
Why would I ever, like, so you're saying that, like, at a certain point I should watch that? No.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, you're saying that everyone should at least experience something that's dog.
Well, yes, at least once in your life you should have watched something terrible.
Yeah,
not saying that, like, you...
Everyone has watched something terrible, and that's what makes you be like, okay, I don't want to watch anything terrible ever again.
I don't have that bone in my body of, like, I'm fine watching stuff that I think is not that great as long as, like... Also, think about it from this perspective, by the way, too. Like, also, like, I do this, like, end of the year anime video, so it's, like... It's just kind of, like, my thing to, like, watch something that, like, either I know everybody's going to be talking about, or it's going to be, like, something that I know is going to be, like, an absolute banger, right? So, like, when Pluto got announced, I was going to watch Pluto because I was like, I love Naoki Urasawa. Like, I love his work. Of course I'm going to watch that, right? When Frieren got announced, like, I had heard a little bit about it, and then there was, like, a bunch of shit that I was like, this sounds like super hype. I'm down with it. I don't know if the story's necessarily going to be good or not, but everybody has been saying thus far that it's pretty decent. So I went ahead and full send it, and it's amazing. And then sometimes it's like Tokyo Revengers, for example, because I love using this as an example, where I love hating that show. I love the feeling of the hatred I get from watching that show.
You are insane. Like, I gave up on My Hero because I didn't like it anymore. I didn't keep on watching it so I can know what's going on, or I could be still part of that community. I was like, no, I don't like this show anymore. I'm done.
Oh, shit.
And just stopped watching.
That's probably the, like, normal person response to that.
Yeah, the normal thing to do is, if you don't like something, to give it up.
That ain't me. What is this? That's a bone. Yeet.
I don't know. I don't like dog. That's all I have to say.
Well, that goes back to my question, though. Like, what do you think is, like, the absolute... You have to play games before, like, you get yourself into, like, the realm of... Okay. There's the thing. You get yourself divulged into the realm of video gamage.
Last of Us.
I agree.
Dead Space. Resident Evil.
Oh, Jesus.
Metal Gear. Any Mario title. Sonic. Sonic Colors, to be exact. Banger. I like hack and slashes, so Devil May Cry. And if if we're still going with hack and slashes, then God of War. Everyone should experience God of War.
Shut up, ambulance. Wow.
You have to play Halo.
Yeah.
Like, I don't recommend any Call of Duty games to anybody, but I always tell somebody, like, you have to play Halo. You gotta play Halo. And...
Which one?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
No, I'm saying, like, you have to pick one from each series.
Reach.
Yeah.
3 or Reach.
Yeah.
Either 3 or Reach. I just say all of them because you can't get that whole campaign, like the good feel of it without experiencing all of them. Because if you play 3, you don't know why the Master Chief and the Arbiter are working together. If you play 2, you don't even know who the Arbiter is, and then if you play, so you have to start from 1. And if you play Reach, then it's like, why do you care so much about the fall of Reach?
No puzzle games or anything like that?
Man, I'm a fucking... I can't say this.
What?
It's the R slur.
Right.
Like, okay, what's a puzzle game that you like?
If I had to recommend someone who's like never played a video game, a puzzle game, I would probably say Tetris. Oh, Jesus.
It's a baby game.
Well, yeah, we're going under the assumption that somebody's never played a video game, Vince.
You'd really recommend somebody Tetris?
Yeah.
Man, you ain't getting no pussy.
Why are these guys down here? Fuck.
I'd never recommend somebody Tetris.
What puzzle game would you recommend?
Do I look like a motherfucker who plays puzzle games?
Okay, but you have to recommend a game of each genre to someone at some point. Like...
The most puzzle that I play is like when I play platformers.
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
And that's about it. So like any Mario puzzle or any fucking Celeste puzzle, that's like the extent of what I do.
Yeah, I guess this.
I guess Peggle.
Peggle?
Yeah, Peggle's pretty hype. I'd recommend somebody that.
Drop this one.
And if we really want to get crazy, Subway Surfers.
Is that a puzzle game?
No, it's not. I'm just fucking yanking your dick.
It's an endless runner, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that genre's called?
Hades. I'd recommend Hades to somebody.
I'd argue roguelikes are probably the most, like, difficult genre to get into, though. For, like, somebody who's never played a video game.
Yeah. Should still play Hades.
Oh, for sure. Game's great. Where is this?
Hades 2 comes out next year.
Ooh. Let me go all the way up top this bitch. Whoa. This way. Let's go.
I don't think I would ever recommend the puzzle game to somebody, though. Besides, like, Peggle.
If there is one game that you have to recommend to someone, though, like, the only single game that you can get to recommend to someone, what would it be? He's pensive in thought. Is that romantic? Seems so. This way. Might be up there. We'll see.
trying to think, because there's a lot of good games, but I'm trying to think of like replayability, story, like all of that. That's how I gauge if a good game is good. Like if I could replay it and still have fun.
I guess we'll answer that question next time on Zelda.